Welcome back. As we celebrate America's 250th birthday, you want to hear some of the stories about the sisters in Hartford who helped shape the world we live in today. The Beecher sisters fought to end slavery, give women equal education, as well as the right to vote. Your reporter, Kara Sunland, brings us to the home where it happened at the Stowe Center in the West End of Hartford.
When you vote as a woman today or buy a home, you have three famous Hartford sisters who gathered in this house to thank. Susan Campbell is an expert on the Beecher sisters and wrote the book Tempest Tossed about Isabella Beecher Hooker.
If you are a woman who's a trailblazer today, you really have the women who sat around this table to thank.
You very much do. You either have Catherine the Older for her education reform, you have Harriet the abolitionist, or you have Isabella, who was an abolitionist who thought about and worked for women's rights. She was a suffragist. Any one of those people, you could say thank you.
You've probably heard of Harriet Beecher Stowe, who is the author of Uncle Tom's Cabin, a novel that depicted the harsh realities of slavery and shifted public opinion in America. The Stowe Center was once her home.
There was wallpaper, like we have lunch boxes today. They had plates and wallpaper. It was incredible.
Harriet lost her mother when she was 5, and her daughter died young from cholera. She says the grief helped her understand the evil of slavery, which tore families apart.
She was able to bring the conversation about slavery into the parlors of northern people who they benefited from slavery. They certainly benefited from a slave economy, but I don't think they thought about the people who were enslaved as people, and she made them do that.
The best-selling work made Harriet wealthy and powerful at a time when women were not.
We're here at the Stowe House, which people can come actually tour. What do you think is most important that people know about Harriet Beecher Stowe?
Oh, well, there's something in every room. You have Harriet Beecher Stowe, which most of us were probably assigned to read Uncle Tom's Cabin, but her backstory is so interesting.
Isabella Beecher Hooker was Harriet's younger sister, who also lived here in Connecticut, and the founder of the National Women's Suffrage Association. She also worked for 7 years to pass a law so women could buy property in Connecticut.
Let's just talk about how these Beecher women became so outspoken, so educated. Their dad actually wanted them to be that way?
Their dad was insistent that they get the same kind of education as did his sons, which was really unusual, and they took it and ran with it.
Catherine knew how to sit at a table, but she was the Martha Stewart of her time?
Yeah, big time. She never married, never had children, but she wrote books and articles and gave speeches telling women how to more appropriately live their lives. And she was also an education reformer.
Isabella was a woman who loved to speak out for women and against slavery.
Any abolitionists who came through Hartford, they would often stay with her. She was an abolitionist in the truest sense, in that members of her family felt that slavery was wrong and people should be freed.
As we celebrate America's 250th birthday, if you're ever in Hartford, Connecticut, you definitely want to come to the Harriet Beecher Stowe House and the Stowe Center so you can learn about these incredible women. Kara Sunland, Channel 3, Eyewitness News.
Great story, Kara. You can actually do that. You can book a tour of the Stowe House, and you want information on that, visit harrietbeecherstowecenter.org. They'll also be launching a new exhibit in honor of America's 250th birthday.